Sure, this is the 8th annual, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're at the 8th annual Lady of Soul Train Awards.
Okay, now, do you live in LA or are you in?
Actually, well, I'm from New York. I live in New York some of the year and in LA other parts of the year. In LA mostly when I'm working. So this summer I've been busy, so I've been here for the whole summer. I don't plan on going back until next year sometime.
So what? An actress singing? What? Help me out.
Okay, well, actually, I'm an actress. I was here actually at first working on a film named Diablo, which was directed by F. Gary Gray, who also directed The Negotiator, Friday, Set It Off. It's a Vin Diesel film starring Vin Diesel, of course, Lorenz Tate is co-starring, and I am the supporting lead playing Lorenz's wife. And so we've been working on that for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And so it's been taking a while, so I've been here stuck doing that, loving it. In the meantime, though, I do a lot of feature modeling and a lot of videos, and we just finished Gerald Levert's new single called Funny. It's called Funny, and it's off his new album called The G Spot. So we just did the video for that. So that's what I'm doing right now.
So now, how important does sexuality play in, attracting business, getting people to be interested in you? How important does that play a role here in LA?
In Los Angeles, especially, it is key because I believe that, and I don't think it's a very bad thing, but Los Angeles seems to be a somewhat shallow community as far as the entertainment business is concerned. Whereas initially, all people want to know is how you look on camera, how photogenic are you. That lasts for about 15 minutes or so, and then you need to know how to talk, you need to know how to act, you need to know how to do something. But I think I found in my own life is that my sexuality and my sensuality plays a very big part in everything that I do. It gets me into doors. It makes people want to interview me, and and it makes it a lot, I think, easier for me. It makes it a lot easier for me because honestly, I don't have to work as hard to get what I want initially, you know?
But also, is it like a catch-22 walk in, or
No, it is. It is. At the same time, it is because
yeah, I see.
a lot of times you have, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time because although it plays a good part in making money, a lot of times people don't believe that you're smart. They don't want to believe that you're smart. They don't want to believe that you know what you're doing. They don't want to believe that you're anything but pretty. And a lot of times people will only hire you for the pretty girl role, not the smart girl role. But it can be overcome by proving yourself in this industry, by saying what you want, how you feel it, and making people realize that you're smart and you're intelligent, and being pretty is a God-given gift, just like anything else, and it shouldn't be held against you in any way whatsoever.
Now, is it sometimes, in the business, and you look around some of the colleagues, is it easy to get exploited as well, would you say, too?
It is, especially in films. I haven't seen, well, yeah, in films and in videos, but especially in videos. The video world has become almost like a cult, like a cult kind of environment where you have a particular group of video girls, and you're known as video girls, and and there are different types of video girls. You can be the dancing girl, or the model girl, the actress girl, and it's very easy to be exploited in that particular field because videos, you have 3 minutes to prove yourself. In those 3 to 4 minutes, you have to be the most exciting, the most beautiful, the most voluptuous, and it's difficult to do that and still come across as intelligent. A lot of times you can't have both, and so you end up in some way partially exploiting yourself to get the attention and the money. And to raise your rates and stuff. And I found that it can be done, and it can be done tastefully, but you have to, number one, take yourself seriously and not the job. Don't take the job so seriously, and other people will respect what you do as long as you keep grounded and keep your faith and know that this is an outside, and I might be wearing some short shorts or something, but it's only because I'm trying to make these people's videos look good. I'm trying to make this video or this film a good film. I'm trying to bring that audience to the project because sex and sensuality does sell, and outside of that, I'm still a normal person, and so exploiting myself on camera may be one thing. Exploiting myself in the real world is something totally different.
Yeah, but you get caught up into that whole real-world fantasy, of I am this powerful woman, as far as, like, men are really excited about me on camera, and it can play over into the real world, too. I mean, it's like a double, that's hard to do.
You know what? You're right. it's difficult because I know in my own personal life, meeting people based on what they saw on television. I've met some of the most famous, influential people in Los Angeles based on a video that I did, a photo that they saw, and like I said, Los Angeles is a very, very shallow place to be. And I believe in order to stay afloat, that you have to keep your faith, you have to be grounded, and you have to know who you are essentially and not buy in to what the cameras make me. Because the cameras can make me be anything. I can be anything to anyone at any time. That's part of being an actress. But once that camera turns off, I have to be Karrine. I have to be me. I have to be the girl that my mama raised, and not what these men want me to be, or not what these cameras and these directors and these producers want me to be. And so that's why I stay away from falling into the trap of thinking, of believing the hype. I'm not going to believe the hype that people put on me. I'm just not going to believe it.
So now, I guess in the future, if we're in a compromise situation where they want you to take off your clothes, wear more of your skin, that's a heavy compromise too.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm very, very comfortable with my body, with my nakedness. My whole family is like that. I believe it might be how you're raised. I was born in St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands, and I know that in my lifestyle, of an island lifestyle, going to the beach naked was something that you did growing up. There were nude beaches, and that was part of our life. When I came to the States is when I realized that people here are bothered by other people's bodies, by their sexualities, by your sensuality, and by the beautifulness that God created. I don't think that taking off my clothes is a compromise at all, on my profession or on my personal life. I love my body. I love what God has given me. And if someone doesn't love it, then that's all right. They don't have to. All they have to do is love themselves. And so I feel that if I'm comfortable in my own skin, then that's all that's going to really matter. That's all that matters to me. I'm comfortable with me and everything that I do. And I would be on this red carpet right now butt naked if you let me, because I'm comfortable like that. And so I don't find it a compromise at all whatsoever.
And I guess showing skin, women, I've been hearing the claim that women feel empowered by showing. You feel a deep down level of how that because it's almost exploitation for the people who take advantage, like, and who's in power.
It depends on how big of a businesswoman that woman is. I can take tons of naked pictures, which I have. I can also license those pictures and have them owned by me, put them on my own website and make my own money, sell my own books. You can do the Madonna-ism is what I call it, whereas Madonna has taken her clothes off hundreds of millions of times, but you know what? She owns everything, and all that money is made by her, and it goes to her. And so I feel in my own personal experience empowered by my nakedness, by my sexuality, empowered by all my curves, all my assets, because number one, it makes people take notice, first of all. And then when you have the attention of very powerful people, then you need to know how to take that attention and turn it into good, turn it into resources, turn it into funds. I have a family to raise, and I have a mom to take care of, and so I have learned just recently in the last 2.5 years that I've been in Hollywood how to take that I have, which is of no fault, or I didn't create this. This is what I was born with, and taking that and using it, absolutely using it. And sure, you can take naked pictures of me and everything, but I'm not gonna let those pictures be owned by you. I'm not letting them be owned by anybody else. It's just like I said, it's having the beauty, but it means nothing without the brains. And if you don't know how to market yourself and to sell yourself for yourself and not for someone else, you're gonna lose here. You're gonna absolutely lose, and then you become a victim of Hollywood, of the Hollywood machine, and that's not happening to me. And I think a lot of young women are becoming to be smart, especially African American women, in this business on how to own our own things, because the more mainstream white Americans, like the Madonnas, and they've owned their own things for a long time, and Madonna is a great example because of her empowerment by her body, by her sexuality, by her just sex, period. And no one, now you can't say anything about her because she owns all of that, and she envelops it, and she is that, and you can't take that away from her.
Okay, but then a lot of women get caught up into looking good, and they forget the fact that you really have to have a handle on the business side in order to profit from your looks before they fade away. It's like right over here. So it seems like you're able to combine both. I guess what I'm saying is that.
My suggestion, and this just comes from my personal experience, is especially for women, young women. I got educated because all of my friends, all of my associates, my colleagues are men. They're men, and I think that women over the centuries have been misled and misguided to that now that we're in this age of 2002 going to 2003, that we're still miseducated and we're women don't have the answers, and I hate to say it, but men have the answer because just from the way that things have been over the centuries, where men run the entertainment industry, men own the businesses, they write the checks, they create the jobs, and so for a woman that wants to do those things, my advice would be to get under a man, listen to older people that have been in this business for 25, 30 years, talk to them, see what they did, get under that man, or get under a woman who's been under a man, who's learned it from the bottom up, and listen, and learn, and be quiet, and take it all in, and find the formula. A lot of people have had the formula, and study other people, study other artists, study other actresses that have had the formula, and don't be afraid to duplicate or to replicate that, because if it works for them, there's a good chance that's going to work for you. And that's what I've done. I've studied a lot of performers and a lot of actors, and found out the formula I think that fits my needs, and I've gone with that, and I've made it work for me.
So you've actually stimulated the mind as well as the body.
Absolutely, and don't be afraid to get into the library and get into the books and read up on your crafts. Don't be afraid to read on how to write scripts, and how to and do things better, and how to run your own business, and how to incorporate yourself, and to make all your money off of yourself. How to license and copyright all your pictures, and anything. And don't be afraid to learn how to do those things. I personally, I'm very self-taught also, and I spend my weekends in the bookstore, in the library, buying books and teaching myself on how to do things.
So true empowerment is having the body to get the attention and having the brains to do something.
Absolutely. One is not necessarily any good without the other at all, in Hollywood. Absolutely. Especially in this business where you are in front of the camera, you must have both. Absolutely have to
Tell me
have
what both
both.
of those are as far as brains.
Um,
I mean, we just said both, but the audience don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. To be in this industry, I believe, in to be successful and to stay grounded and faithful. If you're blessed with a certain look that causes and creates attention, then that's a wonderful thing. Use that to your advantage. But do not use it if you do not have the brains. You have to learn. You have to be taught. You have to let someone teach you, let someone guide you. Find mentors, read books, listen, and study every day of your life, because this is what you love. This is what you have to do. Be good at it in both ways, because there's nothing worse than a pretty dummy. There's nothing worse than that.
Okay, mind if I ask you a personal question?
Ha 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 ha. Okay.
How popular, how important is a boob job in this town? You don't want to answer that?
No, you know what? I'm gonna say something. I mean, because I have them, which were for different reasons. I didn't do it for this town. I didn't do it for being an actress. I did it for cosmetic reasons. After having my son and everything, but I'm gonna say this: having having assets, being well rounded, and voluptuous, and having that, it doesn't hurt. It absolutely doesn't hurt. But it depends. It depends on the person. Some people don't have certain things. May not be full chested. May not be have round bottoms, or may not be they might not be that. Like most women aren't a size 2 or a size 4 like I am. Whatever makes you more comfortable. I guess the point is this: getting your breasts augmented is probably very, very important in this industry if it's important to you, if it makes you feel good about yourself. Whatever makes you feel good about yourself is going to make you stand out that much more. It's the confidence in the air that you have that draws people to you. It's not just how you look. If I was not, I could look this way and hate myself, and walk into a room and everyone would know that I hate myself, and they would treat me as such.
Tell me what outfit you're wearing today.
This outfit is by Shauna Stein. and I had it specially made for me. It's just a basic black, kind of a halter dress almost, and with fish fin bottoms, sheer. The shoes are by Aldo, and I think that it's.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
And that was Arsenio Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Freak Show, the 8th annual Freak Show. Um,
The dress in your dance class.
Thank you. Once again, the dress is by Shauna Stein. And it's a basic black halter type dress with a little peek hole right here in case you forgot what was going on around this area. And it's basic black until you get to about here, then becomes sheer fish fins with a thigh high split. The shoes are by Aldo, rhinestone black shoes. I got some. I ain't no punk. That's for sure.
What do you run? Work out or something?
No,
Turn around pose? Or
I don't.
you don't work out?
No, I don't work out. I should. America, you should work out and eat right and work on your cardio and all that. I don't do that stuff though. Not yet. Today's my birthday, by the way. I'm 24 years old today. Tell me happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
That was a great interview.
Yeah, I was saying that in this industry, and I'm dealing with basically African American women. That for a woman like as myself, I use my sexuality 100% all the time, every day of the year. That we're shunned or we're made to feel like we're doing something wrong because we use what we have. Basically by the women that don't use it, or that don't know how to use it, or that wish that they could use it. There's a lot of jealousy and a lot of misunderstanding going on about the sexuality, especially of the black woman. I think that, and a lot of times it's been made to seem dirty or hoish, or you can't do this, you can't do that. I totally believe that in nature and in natural substance, and this is my body, and I feel that over in doing the videos and everything, I've been completely naked on a video before, and have girls just really not understand the art and the beauty of being a naked black woman under the sun by a pool. And I believe that if we were in France or London somewhere, nobody would say anything to us. If we were in the Jamaica somewhere, in the Bahamas somewhere, it would be totally acceptable. But and this is,
Really competitive with one another. I mean, you guys should be fighting for your attention.
you know what? Insecure women are very competitive with other women. I am not competitive because in my eyes there is no competition. I believe that every woman should feel that way about herself, and then that way we won't have the tits for tats and the oh she's wearing this and the oh why is she wearing that. We wouldn't have that if women were confident and secure and knowledgeable, and then I think that we wouldn't be having this conversation because we would all understand that. But I know that in my personal experience, women that don't do what I do, that cannot do what I do, or just wouldn't do what I do, don't understand what I do, and they judge what I do. It doesn't bother me because it feeds my family. I'm happy with it. I'm excited about my career. I love everything that I do. But I think that it takes education. I think women need to be educated. I think women absolutely should be educated. I think women should talk to other women. I think women should talk to men, and find out and realize that, we're human beings, but we're also, we're animals. We're an animal kingdom, and sexuality and sensuality and body and nakedness, all of that is natural, and we begin to judge people, and it's not fair, and it's just really, it's a sign of our ignorance. And I think that it should be corrected, absolutely.
But there's some who said that, all the sexuality and the stuff that's out there, it's helping us bring us down to our animal nature instead of rising us to a more godhead.
No, not at all. Not at all. You know what does that? Is ignorant people do that. We were born with no clothes. The first man and woman were put here with no clothes. God made us like that. I didn't have on this Shauna Stein dress when I came out. I'm sorry. And I didn't have on all those shoes when I came out. I mean, I might have looked cute and everything, but it's not how it is. It's not how it is. I believe that shame and discouragement is what brings us down. That brings us back to the slavery days, and we feel like we shouldn't dress a certain way. It's like saying that a woman of a certain size shouldn't wear a certain dress, or a black man can't walk into a certain place because it's all white. It's like, where do you draw the line? You know, and this is me and this is my body and this is what I was given. And I love it. I can't express to you how much I love myself and everything about me from head to toe. And if I can't express that in a way that makes me happy, then why even live? And so therefore, if someone doesn't like what I do, I'm comfortable with that as well. I'm totally with it. If you don't like me, I appreciate that. Thank you. Because I like me enough for everybody. And so I don't find, the point is I don't find it bringing us down to our animalistic level. I believe that we are animals, we are humans, we are mammals, but this is an animal species, like the lions and the tigers and the bears, and we all operate in a lot of the same ways. We become so want to be sophisticated and so technical and so computerized that we forget, little things like how to write letters and how to go greet somebody properly, and we get all confused. And the point is that all of us are beautiful in our own particular ways, and if we are afraid to express our how we feel about ourselves, then we're not living life at all.
Do I have permission to use this for my film highlights?
Absolutely, you have full permission to use this
For
for
mind, booty, and soul.
mind, booty, and soul.
Is it possible I can get a contact information? This is not something that this is a situation I'm talking on a page or something.
Oh yeah, like a phone number and all that. Okay. Okay. Well, again, my name is Karrine.